The Social Security boss has confirmed $14.8 billion of retroactive payments, which have already been sent out so far this year to millions of beneficiaries, as well as the first 100 days being very successful. That's what they're talking about, and what he said right here in this op-ed, which I want to bring to your attention here in this video so you can see exactly what he's talking about and all of the other achievements that they've had so far in the first 100 days. Now, this is an op-ed which I will be popping up on the screen for you in just a minute so you can see exactly what it says, but this is from Leland Dudek, the acting commissioner out of Social Security, who was in place for a few months, and we saw a lot of changes under his leadership, which I've talked about in previous videos, all the press releases, a lot of things have happened. If you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you recognize exactly what has happened so far this year. So my big question for you before we get into this is, do you feel like so far the first 100 days of this new administration has been a major success for Social Security? Again, I'm not here to influence decisions. I would just love to hear what you have to say. I think there's a lot of confusion out there. I'll just throw that out there. I've seen a lot of comments down below and a lot of people reaching out in the live streams as well. Anyway, I'm going to pop this up on the screen here in just a second, but we're going to talk about what Leland Dudek talked about here in this op-ed. Pretty interesting stuff, which, by the way, just the other day, Frank Bisignano, the new acting commissioner of Social Security, was confirmed by the Senate. I talked about the other day in a separate video, but just want to make it very clear, Leland Dudek is out of there. He is not the acting commissioner anymore, but rather Frank Bisignano is now the acting commissioner for Social Security, okay? So if you hear that name going forward, that is who the new acting commissioner of Social Security is, no longer Lee Dudek or Leland Dudek, okay? All right, anyway, let's pop up this here op-ed on your screen, and you can look through it. Okay, now they're talking about the first 100 days of the administration. Now, obviously, that was a little while ago now, but this op-ed was just published the other day. Okay, so this goes back to January 20th when the new administration, the inauguration day, essentially, okay? That's what this is all talking about. So, again, going back to my question, do you think that they've done a lot of good things within Social Security or not so much? What do you feel about that? And again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's an opinion. That's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's totally fine. Not a big deal. I'm just kind of curious what everybody has to say about that. Okay, but anyway, as you can see here in this op-ed, which was published the other day, he's talking about a lot of different achievements out of Social Security and many different things that they've done, including the $14.8 billion of retroactive payments that they've already sent out to millions of beneficiaries. In fact, about 2.2 million beneficiaries is what they've said here so far this year. Now, is that just like a surprise? You get a little check here because it's the new administration? No. This is because of the Social Security Fairness Act, which I've talked about many times since it was signed into law back on January 5th of this year, which was a Sunday, so quite a while ago, several months ago. We've talked about that many, many times. Now, they've also implemented other changes within Social Security, right? A lot of changes. Number one, they implemented AI or fraud protections within the phone system within Social Security, right? So when you call them, they're going to basically do this, basically fraud detection. Like, hey, is this suspicious? Is this consistent with somebody who's calling along with their account, things like that? And basically what this is supposed to do is make the process more efficient. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Let me know. Do you think it's more efficient based on your phone calls recently to Social Security or not? Now, they've also implemented other things like the TOP program, the Treasury Offset program, which I've talked about before in other videos, to basically be better stewards of the taxpayer dollar and to basically recollect money that was overpaid to beneficiaries. Now, they've also implemented other measures within Social Security that allows healthcare providers, as in doctors, doctor offices, hospital systems, things like this, to basically connect to their systems directly with Social Security. So in the event of a disability claim or disability application, they can communicate directly with doctors, and then they can just get the necessary paperwork and diagnosis and things like that they need in order to approve an application more quickly. Because right now, it's very slow, right? I think we all recognize that. If you've ever gone through the process of applying for disability, it's a very slow process. You've got to have patience of a steel trap in order to work your way through the process of a disability claim, right? Yeah, it's a very, very long process, over 7 months for the initial review of an application, and then obviously a lot of times it gets denied. You go through the appeal process. Oh man, it's just a massive headache that a lot of people unfortunately need to go through. So they've implemented that as well. They've come out with many different changes within there, within obviously Social Security, and just making the program more efficient. Now, do you feel like it's been more efficient? And again, there's no right or wrong answer. Everybody's situation and everybody's experience so far with Social Security this year has been very different, I would anticipate. But I'm just kind of curious, just the collective, majority of people, do you feel like it's been a better process so far? Okay, there's been a lot of confusion, I can tell you that much, but they've also walked back many of their different decisions, right? For example, the reinstatement of the 100% garnishment. We've talked about this many times before, the videos over the last, couple months now. We've seen this coming out where they originally said goes back to 100% and then they walked it back to 50%. That whole situation, which we've talked about. Anyway, love to hear from you down below in the comment section. So anyway, just wanted to pop this up for you here on the screen. You've probably seen out in the headlines somewhere like, oh, Social Security Acting Commissioner writes an op-ed. You're right, and here it is. I wanted you to see it in this video so you could just read it along for yourself. It's, it's kind of like everything. It doesn't really matter who it is, okay? And again, I'm not here to make political statements. This is not a political video whatsoever. All I'm saying is that it doesn't matter who it is. They're all going to act like, every single time, they're always going to act like, hey, hooray, look at me. I did all of these major things, and it's all on me. I get all the credit for this. I'm the one who made the major changes, and we did this great thing. They all act like that, right? It doesn't matter what they do, whether they do something or not. They could sit there and do absolutely nothing and act like, oh, I did everything. I was the best in the country. I was the best in the world on this. Okay, so anyway, point being is that, do you agree with what you saw there in that op-ed? Do you agree with some of the major changes? Do you like what they've done so far this year? And again, there's been a variety of them. But now, as I mentioned just the other day in a separate video, with the new acting commissioner, Frank Basignano, with him, well, we got to be prepared. Reason being is that he's going to have his own agenda items. He's going to have his own ideas. He's going to have his own way of basically managing the program. Obviously, he can't single-handedly come in and make a ton of different changes, but he certainly can do some, right? So that's kind of the situation here. So anyway, we're likely going to see many more changes coming out for the rest of this year. Anyway, just want to point this out for you really quickly. I hope this helps you. Again, I just want to do what I can to let you know what's going on and to see or show you what's out there in the headlines. And again, just wanted to pop that up on the screen for you so you can see exactly what he's mentioning here again in this op-ed. And just wanted you to be able to read it for yourself if you haven't had a chance to actually take a look at it and see it. So anyway, that is what it is. Now, if you need any help with your Medicare right now, again, initial enrollment into Medicare because you're turning 65 or you're retiring or moving across state lines or county lines, whether it's the Medicare supplement plans, Medigap plans, Part D plans, Medicare Advantage, whatever it happens to be, check this phone number out right here. This phone number right here, this is your team of trusted advisors. That is your exclusive phone number, by the way. This right here is your exclusive phone number. That is your phone number. For those of you here in this community, it'll connect you with your dedicated team of trusted advisors who are there to help you navigate Medicare in any capacity. Ask them all the questions you want. It's totally free for you to work with them. They will go to work diligently looking through the 20,000+ plans across the country to find the best plans in your local area to give you the best price, the best coverages, the best fit, the best plan that you could possibly find for you and your medical needs. We all need something different. That's the power of having the right plan rather than just some random plan. But again, that's the power of having this. Anyway, they will find you the plans so you can see the doctors, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to go to, the prescription needs, if you have any at all. They'll find all of that for you, and they'll isolate it all down and give you your options. And again, there's a lot of really good options out there. Unfortunately, a huge percentage of seniors are on the wrong plan. That's why a simple 5, 10, 15, maybe 20-minute phone call could possibly get you significantly better coverages and possibly even save you a ton of money, which, by the way, the average senior that they're working with is saving $1,100. Obviously, that's not guaranteed. It's just the average out there, but hopefully they can save you a ton of money as well. That's a lot of money to be saving from a simple 15, maybe 20-minute phone call, something like that, just to ask them what's going on. And again, it's all free. Never hurts to ask. It's my motto in life. Always ask. You never know what you're going to get unless you ask. It's incredible how much you can really get just by simply asking. Anyway, make sure to give them a call right here. Write this phone number down. Take a picture. Take a screenshot. Whatever you got to do. And give them a call. They're waiting to help you. They're waiting on the phone right now to talk to you and to help you. So, otherwise, who do you know? I know you know a few people: friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, parents, co-workers, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall that need that assistance as well. Please share that phone number with them, so then when they save a bunch of money, when they get better coverages, when they are very excited about it, they'll come back to you and say, "You saved me. It's all you. Thank you so much." You get all the credit for you. And then maybe they'll take you out for a little ice cream treat or something. A little surprise. I don't know. Maybe. Just who knows? Or maybe you could ask them with all that money they're going to save. Maybe they could get you a little treat or something. Anyway, my point being is that let's help some people out right now, including a bunch of people that need help navigating Medicare, as it's massively confusing. Otherwise, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing. 100% free with the big subscribe button down below the video. Check out the other thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library. Please share this video. There's a big share button right down below as well with your friends, family members, social media, things like that. Otherwise, in the description, I've hand-selected a bunch of videos for you. Check those out. Or right now, popping up on your screen, you'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, please have a nice day. Take care. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.